Lonzo Ball got super candid discussing everything from the Lakers' downfall to Space Jam 2 and how he knew the Lakers would draft him.
Wow, you're so confident.
On top of that, the athlete was seen wearing Big Baller Brand slides, so is the company really folding?
Well. How the turntables.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Devin Howard. If you aren't already, make sure you're following me on Instagram at Devin Howard and subscribe to the Fumble for the sports stories you need to know. And hey, while you're at it, tap the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. Lonzo Ball appeared on an episode of the House of Highlights show and talked about everything, including the pressure he felt during the trade deadline. The start of the year was rough for the younger stars on the Lakers because it was public knowledge that the Lakers were willing to trade all of them for one star player, namely Anthony Davis. The threat of being traded obviously weighed heavily on the players. It was clear they were distracted, and as a result, they were unable to play well. Lonzo went so far as to say that the trade talks are ultimately what caused the LA team to flounder so badly.
Yeah, I think that kind of leading to our downfall, a little bit. Just because, everybody's name was in it. It kind of messed up some things. Yeah.
Lonzo's not the only one who admits to feeling the pressure of the trade deadline. Josh Hart told reporters it was annoying, and Caldwell Pope said everyone was kind of worried about leaving Los Angeles. Trades come with the territory of being an NBA star, but you can't blame the guys for being impacted by it. And on top of all the rumors and the gossip, they were dealing with their star player sitting out, so LeBron's injury certainly didn't help the team at all either. Luckily for Lonzo, he's safe for now and staying at home in LA, and he's making big plans for his future on and off the team. In fact, he says he's interested in partnering up with LeBron on another one of his projects, Space Jam 2. The guys on House of Highlights asked him if he'd like to be part of the sequel, and this is what Lonzo said.
I'm happy he can.
Any chance you're in Space Jam 2?
Yeah. I gotta ask him.
All right.
Wow. He knows I love to be in it. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Rumor has it that LeBron's having a hard time nailing down talent for the remakes, so he might welcome Lonzo's eagerness to get involved. Hey, I'd support this. Lonzo could certainly use the distraction given all the chaos he's been dealing with in regards to the Big Baller Brand. You all already know that Lonzo was suing the brand's co-founder Alan Foster for $2 million after discovering that he had been stealing from the NBA star. Immediately following that news, Lonzo deleted all signs of BBB from his social profiles, covered up his tattoo, and took as big a step away from the company as he possibly could. His manager tried to start a campaign called Dump Your Merch to get former customers to trash all their Big Baller Brand gear, and then the website was shut down. Well, that's a lot to deal with considering Lonzo is a majority owner of the brand, but if his shoe choice is any indication, Zoe's not done big ballin' quite yet. The athlete was spotted wearing his Big Baller slides at LAX, proving that he didn't dump his merch like his manager did. LeVar has been insisting that the company isn't done quite yet, even though all signs pointed to its definite demise. But now that Lonzo was seen wearing these shoes, fans are starting to think that the merch line may not be over yet. Regardless of Big Baller Brand's future, I feel like it would be wise for Lonzo to distance himself from his dad and get a sponsorship deal with another, more reputable company. The Lakers asked Lonzo if he felt his ZO2s were the cause of his ankle injury, so clearly even his team doesn't feel like it's a quality product. Lonzo would be better off partnering with Nike or Adidas, something separate from his family and less of a joke to consumers. But let's get back on track. Is Lonzo getting back on the BBB train? It's possible, but he also could have just grabbed those slides to wear something comfy while strolling through the airport. I don't think that his shoe choice is a huge indication that he's back on board with the Big Baller Brand, but I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Finally, to wrap up our Lonzo news, you have to hear about how he was so confident he'd be drafted to the Lakers. On draft night, the athlete wore his Lakers shoes, which would have been really awkward if he didn't end up on the LA team.
They called me 3 minutes left on the clock. That's when I found out, Robin Magic called me,
So you're just sweating?
I wouldn't say I was sweating, but I was like, I only had them Lakers shoes on. So I was like, they don't pick me, this is gonna be awkward.
Yeah, that would have been kind of weird. I mean, it really does take a lot of confidence to wear a team's shoe on draft day when you don't even know if that's where you're going. Lucky for Lonzo, it all worked out for him. That's the way it seems to go for him, doesn't it? Soon enough, all this Big Baller Brand drama will be behind him too. What do you think about all these updates? Should Lonzo make a cameo in Space Jam 2? Are you surprised he was so sure he'd make it onto the Lakers? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on The Fumble.